Hi, guys.
Hi,
Your
guys.
hosts. We are your hosts,
Jamie
and Valerie. We're the founding mothers, and this podcast is Hot and Talking. We are a prompt-based podcast where we pick a prompt each week, and we ask you guys to write in, and we then read your stories anonymously, and we also share some of ours.
Yeah, and you guys have not disappointed.
Not at all. We have some great stories. Yeah. We're picking up from where we left off last week with Tales from the Tower, Part 2. But before we get started, we do have a few things. One, I want to say that this episode is brought to you guys by us, Valerie O'Brien Massage and Jamie McMaster Hair, because we just funded ourselves, guys. So
I love that. I love our little shout out. Good job. Good job, Val.
Thank you. Thank you. But with that being said, we did start a Patreon. So if you guys want to help us monetarily, you totally can. The tiers start at like $5 a month, and you guys, you're just going to get some extra stories, some content that you won't have here. If we've got extra, write-ins, we'll read them over there.
Yeah.
But don't feel obligated. It's just, it would be nice. If you love us, we love you. And also don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and share with everybody you know, because we really love doing this and we want to keep doing it. And so
love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I did want to say a little shout out to Drew at the Do-Over podcast. He is Daddy Drew to us. He helps us with all the setup and everything.
He's our little baby angel, you guys.
So if you don't already listen to the Do-Over podcast, look them up on YouTube and Spotify. And they also have a Patreon. So we just want to make sure that they get some love too.
Yeah. And then he has the spinoff episodes with Sassy Classy
and Shade. Yes, with Colleen and Jess. We love them too. So you can watch all of their and listen to all of their episodes on their channels. So I do have a correction as well.
Oh,
last episode, we were talking about how we went to a Violent J concert at Strummers, but it was actually Shaggy 2 Dope. So don't come for me. I don't know why I just assumed. Yeah.
I did not catch that.
Yeah. I obviously didn't know what I was talking about. So
you know what? We're all just doing our best over here. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, sweetie.
Thank you, sweetie.
We love you, chicken.
Okay. What else do we have? Do you want to unpack anything from the week before?
Yeah. You know what? This week's been kind of freaking crazy. My bunny had babies.
More baby bunnies?
I have 6 baby bunnies, and they are just the littlest little cutesy. They look like little mole rats. They're
God.
So cute. So this morning, I get up about 6 a.m. I do all the animal feeding, all the things, and I'm going over to Bun Bun's cage because I separated her from my 2 males. And I was like, why are you out of your cage? How are you out of your cage? Like, tell me more. I look farther. Her cage is open. I'm like, oh my God.
And this is in the house?
This is in the house because she's inside with the babies.
Right.
I have 6 cats, you guys. So I am like internally freaking out. I see their nest and it's pulled out.
No.
And so I frantically just start digging for babies. And Bun, she pulls her hair out to build the nest.
The nest, to keep them all warm.
Yes, and she's such a good mom. I found 4 of them.
4 of the 5?
4 of the 6.
4 of the 6?
Yes. So I go digging some more. I'm looking all over she has a good size enclosure in my house. And so I go looking for the rest of them. I find one. And it's just laying on the floor. It's alive. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get you back with your siblings. Let's do that. Right. And my cat gets in there and I'm like, get out. And he goes back to like this little corner spot. And I'm like, get out. My other cat goes to the same corner. And I'm like, oh, it's
back there, the little babies
Are
back
you
there.
guys telling me something? They were telling
They're
me
like, we hid our dinner back here.
We hid the baby back here. We were trying to save its life. So all the baby bunnies are fine.
Okay, good.
They're all healthy. They're all good.
What a traumatic day.
I know.
Though.
So I had to take them all and bottle feed them. I bottle feed them once a day because mom only feeds them twice a day. And
really?
I don't trust that.
Yeah, you just want to make sure they're getting enough nourishment.
Yeah. But that was my little weekly trauma, you guys.
Holy shit.
I was stressed out this morning.
That would stress me out too.
But we're all good.
Good. I'm glad.
What about you? How was your week?
My week was good. I went to a comedy show at Tioga Sequoia.
Oh, you were telling me about that with Maggie.
Yeah, with Megan and her fiance Cole. And Donnie ended up coming too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was the Don't Tell comedy show.
Yeah.
And like you find out the day of where it's going to be at.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. Like everyone that was there.
That.
Yeah, everyone was hilarious.
Is that the guys? They have a podcast, right?
No,
people?
That's different guys.
Okay.
No,
okay.
yeah. I think, no, I don't know if they have a podcast or not.
Okay.
But it was funny. I loved it. And then we went home and we had rubber Tito's.
Oh, I love that. What did you get?
We always get asada fries and a chicken quesadilla and we split it. So we have like a little bit of everything.
You just can't go wrong with the asada fries at Rubber Tito's. You can't.
Absolutely delicious.
They're amazing.
And then also I got my oil changed last week.
Oh, nice.
And I just want to say, ladies, when you're going to get your oil changed, like, make sure they're putting enough oil in your car.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, this didn't happen this time, but I had to like tell them this time. I was like, hey, just so you guys know, I need you to make sure the technician that's putting oil in my car, because I drive a Yukon and it takes more oil than a smaller vehicle. I was like, you guys were 2 quarts short on my car last time and we had to add it in ourselves. So it's okay, but don't ever let it happen again.
Yeah. That's serious business.
Yeah.
Because that will crack your whole fucking block.
Yeah.
If you run out of oil.
Yeah. Luckily the car was like, beep, beep, you need more oil.
I know.
More oil.
Isn't it nice having your car just tell you what you need it to do?
Yes.
I know.
I love it. Also, another thing that I learned about my car driving over here is when you're listening to the radio, you can pause and rewind the radio. Did you know that you can do that? Fucking bitch. You know? I didn't know that you could do that.
You didn't know you could auto start your car either.
I didn't. She teaches me everything about my own car.
You know what? I don't know shit about fuck, you guys.
You're a smart car girl.
I might know a thing or two about a thing or two sometimes. I don't know.
I have a few news things.
I love your news articles.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start with this one because I've seen it the last couple of days and I saved this last week. Dozens of Yellowstone visitors witnessed the death of a bison as it stepped into the water at the shallow edge of Grand Prismatic Spring on Saturday morning, leaving behind a carcass that will soon be dissolved by the 160-degree water. So a bison walked into one of the springs at Yellowstone and is just it's cooking. It's probably dissolved by now.
Wow.
And everyone there watched it happen.
I mean, what do you do in that situation?
You watch.
You just are able to watch. Like, that's it. That's all you can do.
Because you can't touch it. You can't save it. A lot of those springs out there are toxic to humans. Like, if you touch it, your skin will boil off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And people don't always know that. And you'll see like videos.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So if you ever go there, don't get in.
I mean, I guess if you ever want to go murdering, like,
just,
go to Yellowstone, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Don't murder.
I'm just kidding. You know what? Okay, this kind of plays into a story that I have also from the week.
Oh, tell me more.
One of my salon partners was on the way to her veterinarian up in the hills and hit a deer. Killed the deer. And I was like, but did you take the deer for meat? And she was like, no. And I was like, no, go get the deer.
Well, can you do that though? Are you allowed to just take it? Because I think you need a tag. Or you need to call and be like, hey, I just hit this deer.
I mean, but
can I have special permission to eat the meat? Because they might think that you're just killing a deer out of season, and that's like not good.
No, it like wrecked her car. Like her car's
yeah, I feel like
now.
if I would have hit it and it was obviously an accident, I'd be like, okay, we need to process this deer for meat.
I would have just been like, get in the back of my truck, bitch. We're going home. You're jerky now. I don't know. But yeah, that poor animals. I mean, I don't purposely want animals to die like ever. But you know what? They're gonna like.
We gotta use them.
Let's just utilize what they got.
Utilize what has happened in nature as my car speeds along and hits you into oblivion.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever read that book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, by what's her name? What is her name?
No.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Okay. No, my daughters did.
Yeah, I read it too.
I did not read it.
It's a really great book. Like it's very disturbing. It's awful what she went through.
Yeah.
But they're doing a 10-part series, or it's in the works, and Jennifer Aniston will star in it. I saw that this morning. That's the thing.
So it's not like what is the word I'm looking for? It's not like a
documentary.
A documentary. It's more of like
it's going to be like a storytelling series. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just read that this morning. Like, that's cool. It's going to be really good.
That's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they did a documentary about like all the behind the scenes type of things that happen with the Disney kids
and the Nickelodeon kids. Yeah. This is different. This is like all of her at-home trauma from her own mother. Yeah. So that was
I could just never imagine saying that I want my.
Like, you're glad that your mom died.
No.
Yeah.
I would die. I'm trying to find her like adrenochrome right now because I need her to like live forever. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know what adrenochrome is exactly, but
just kidding.
It sounds like all the celebrities are taking it to like live forever. So I don't know.
We need some of that finone.
I just need my mom to live forever.
I agree. I love your mom.
I know.
Any other news for you? Any other updates or news you heard?
No, not really. I don't watch the news.
What about Love Island?
Oh, girl. Don't get me started. I could make a whole podcast about it. I just watched the episode last night.
Okay, don't tell me because I'm not fully caught up yet. I will admit that I have maybe 2 or 3 until I'm like caught up.
Yeah.
Cheyenne and I have been like binging it because we want to be able to vote.
Yeah.
We want to know what's going on.
The voting's kind of fun.
Okay, I do have a hot take though, and I don't know
Tell me.
I don't know if Amaya is still on. I don't know. Like,
do you want me to tell you?
Well, I don't know. Let me tell you my hot take first.
Okay.
Okay, my hot take is if Amaya doesn't find love on the island, I feel like she could find love on the Spectrum.
Okay, you know what? I've always said this about her because I really like her.
I do too. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I feel like she just is her own.
She might be a little
on the spectrum.
She is a doughy-eyed little angel.
She's an angel.
That's
for
Sienna's
sure.
favorite.
Yeah, the girls really like her too.
All about her.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, not in love with her.
Yeah, but she grows on you. You realize that's her personality, and I'm like,
yes,
okay, but maybe you belong on a different show.
Maybe. I think definitely.
That is my hot take. I said that to the girls and they were like, Mom. I was like, it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's not a bad thing at all. I mean, like her a lot.
Love on the Spectrum is actually doing auditions right now for their new season. And I'm fingers crossed, y'all, that Abby gets back on because she is my favorite.
Abby's my favorite too. I have a lot of favorites.
Love her.
But yeah. What were you going to say though about Love Island?
Okay. So I have like my pros and my cons, and I feel like it changes day to day.
Uh-huh.
So let me preface. I am 2 episodes behind, so I am not fully caught up.
Okay, good. Maybe we're at the same.
I just got to the recoupling after Casa Amor. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
Love the recoupling. I think everybody kind of got with who they were supposed to be with. What I can say that I don't like is I feel like this season is so much more like it's so overproduced. Like I think that they're really telling these cast members who to pick, what to say, like all the things that happened kind of organically last season are not falling that way this time.
Okay. See,
and I don't love that.
This is my only Love Island experience.
Valerie, are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, well, I started to watch the UK version, but I had to stop because it was too much for me.
Valerie, I need you to promise me right now that you're going to go watch last season Love Island USA.
Literally, if I have time in my life.
Not going to regret it.
It's so much for me to even catch up here. I feel like my brain is, I'm like dreaming about it. I'm thinking about it when I'm at work. Like I'm like, I need to get Love Island out of my head.
Just listen to it like a podcast.
Yeah, I could do that.
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't even watch. I'm just listening to it with my AirPod in, and it all kind of plays itself out. Yeah, I guess.
And then if you need to take a peek, you'll go look. Yeah, that's how I am like, with podcasts anyway.
What do their faces look like? I need to see what's happening. Yeah. You need to watch it because they're coming out with Love After the Villa with last season's cast.
Okay,
because
so I need to know what's going on.
Yeah, they were probably one of the best casts that I've ever watched, and I've watched a lot of Love Islands. So,
all right,
I love them. Okay,
maybe I'll give it a watch.
Enough about that.
Okay, so we have some Q&As. I don't know if we should get into all of them because I really want to get into these stories. We have like, I don't know, how many do we have? 7, 8 or not. We have 9. So we might even have to jump some of these over to the Patreon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do, okay. This is a question that was asked last week. And I want to make sure that we answer this one because I know this person's struggling. How to heal from the passing of the person you planned on marrying.
Is this a male or a female writing?
This is a male writing it.
Honey bunches of oats. I don't know why I needed to know that, but therapy is always good.
Staying connected with your loved ones, your friends, your family.
100% surround yourself
with feelings.
Surround yourself with people that love you and understand you even when you're dark.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's heavy. I'm sorry that you're going through that.
I know. I am too. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. But yeah, just feel your feelings. Therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're never going to stop loving that person, but you do have to,
you do have
live
to
your life
out,
for them.
Yeah,
you know,
you have to make sure that a way to go on.
You're thriving and surviving, and keep their memory alive in your soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm sorry if we couldn't help more, but that's our.
You know what? I probably could help more if this person was in person with me, like if we were face to face.
Right. Yeah.
But you might want to expect me to cry because I'm a fucking crier, you guys.
Yeah. So you can always reach out to us privately too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, either one of us. So, okay. Next one. This one is not sad. It's going to change the mood. It's going to change the mood back.
Am I going to cry again?
How do you handle boners on the massage table? Okay, listen, honey, I don't handle them. And they don't happen as often as you would think because I'm very we're here for treatment. Like if you get a boner, I'm going to pretend it's not there. And I did have one time. This guy, I don't even know if he had a boner, but he went to scratch himself and I stopped. I put my hands up like this until he stopped doing that. And then I proceeded with the massage because I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but that's not what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't deal with them.
Okay.
And we're taught if they do happen, because they do happen, our bodies are naturally gonna respond to physical touch sometimes.
Yeah.
But the best thing to do is to ignore it. There's always a sheet over you and a blanket. And for draping, it's folded over. So there's many layers.
It's
like
weighted.
if you're working very weighted.
Okay.
So I just make sure everything is always covered. I don't want to embarrass anyone by calling them out. So I just act like it's not there.
Okay. I thought you had like a weighted blanket or something that you put over. Is that something that you could do in the future? Just get like a weighted, like sash
that goes right over
just a sash of beans or something. Just put it over the dick.
I suppose I could use a sash of beans
to put over the dick.
Yeah. It's never come to that. I suppose if it was an ongoing issue, I could invest in a sash of beans. And that's a great idea, Jamie, and I appreciate that because yes,
I'm just here for you. Okay?
You literally are. So yeah, so sash of beans or ignore it completely.
See, I feel like I would have a really hard time ignoring. I'd be like, oh, that is so small. Or, oh my God, that's large. Can I see?
Yeah, then I would lose my license.
Like, are you circumcised or no?
We don't talk about that in session.
I have bunny fur literally all over the place.
Okay,
I have floaters.
Okay, you guys, I don't know how far we are in already, but let's start reading some stories.
Let's go, girl. We got some good ones.
Okay, you want to start with number 1?
Yeah. All right, guys. I saw a fight at Gold's on Sunday afternoon. Valerie was working.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I forgot I was in that one.
Okay. Valerie was working. It had to be about 3:00. I was hanging out outside, the back door open. All of a sudden, I heard the sounds of a fight, and a fight was happening, y'all. I told Val that a fight was happening. Good job, you. You saw it, you heard it, you said something.
Say, Mommy, there's a fight outside.
So she ran out there to resolve the situation. It turns out the guy threw a glass at another guy's face. The guy was bleeding all over the place. Val ended up resolving the situation. Snaps, bitch.
Yeah, resolved.
Okay. Paramedics and police showed up. From what I can remember, it was 2 gay guys fighting over a girl. You know what? As they should.
Right?
As they
Queens.
should. Thank
Kings
you.
and queens.
Thank you.
Yeah, but don't throw glasses because I remember that night and I think I told you about it.
You did.
Because we happened to see the aggressor somewhere. I won't say where, but honey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah. Did he follow us?
I think so. On Instagram, yeah. So if you see this, mwah. Yeah, so that was just a lovely fight that happened. And I remember the guy that was bleeding, he was wearing like this full like suit, like a tracksuit, like a white tracksuit, like and a white hat.
Oh man.
And he just was covered in blood. And I was like, this is insanity. I'm traumatized.
You're like, did you start your period?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Is that why you guys are fighting too? Because you're on your man period?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I mean, I wonder what the defense was though. Like, I wish there was more to the story.
No, I literally think they were fighting over a girl, and I don't know why because I was inside working by myself.
I would love to know the why of that.
Okay, let's go to number 2.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. Hey, I used to live in the Tower District before moving to Clovis and meeting all of you. I grew up pretty poor while living with my abusive drug addict mother. I got detention for being late to school 2 days in a row because she took me in late. So she grounded me for 3 years straight, took away everything I had except a deck of cards, paper, pencils, and a desk. So I didn't have much to do to pass the time. Every now and again, my dad would give me some cash to buy snacks or whatever whenever I visited him. Having literally nothing else better to do, I would memorize the serial numbers on all the bills. Over the course of a year, I spent the same $5 bill at several stores throughout Tower. I remember the first time getting it back was at a donut shop I used to walk to. I had spent it at a Stop and Rob a few weeks prior. I got it back 3 more times at different little shops over that year. not really an unhinged story your podcast is probably looking for, but your post reminded me of it and I thought I'd share.
I actually love that story.
I
And I
know.
have so many questions about it.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Mom, you're on drugs. Who are you to ground anybody?
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, you precious little angel, that you got everything in your life taken away from you.
I know. I just do want to shout out that this person is doing amazing now.
You know what? I was just going to say
Yeah.
that usually it's such a character building kind of situation. You either are like, I will never be that type of person, or
Right.
I will just fall in line.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she really just they. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They decided to just really overcome all of the hardships in their
absolutely.
life.
Yeah.
And I love that.
This person is doing amazing.
Good.
Very proud of this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know why I assumed it was a female.
I feel like
I just always err on the side of girl.
Right.
So I apologize for that.
No, and I do want to point out that like you would expect most of the people to write in would be female.
Yeah.
We have a very even male-female ratio.
No, I know.
Yeah. Which is, I love that.
I don't know why I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to read this one? Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, you read 4 and I'm going to read number 3.
Okay. Why? What's number 4? Okay, so here's a wild little backstory. My dad co-owned a small all-ages venue in Fresno's Tower District in the early 2000s called The Elements. Oh, I remember that. That was the old, I think, the sushi place. I think it's like Bonsai Sushi now or something, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways,
I don't know.
Okay. It was right next to the Review, and somehow we got bands like Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, Rufio, Under Oath, The Movie Life, the Juliana Theory. I don't really know some of these bands. Like,
Really?
Who the fuck am I? I know some of them, but
I think it might have been slightly after your era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm aging myself. I'm sorry. The Starline, XR Bandits, or is it the Prescription Bandits?
No.
It's RX Bandits.
Yeah. The Prescription Bandits?
Am I okay? You know what? Are you okay? Okay, so they all blew up. My dad wasn't even into the music. He genuinely thought Taking Back Sunday was a Christian band. LOL. He just wanted to create a space for teens, something that wasn't 21 and over and actually felt welcoming. He started in the early 2000s and I was like 12, spending weekends with him to set up. I helped build the stage, paint the green room, which was literally green, and basically lived there for a while. I love that. Like, what a
fun
cool,
childhood.
Like, what a fun childhood.
Yeah.
Like, what a cool culture to grow up in. The name Elements was meant to represent the elements of God. It technically started as a Christian venue, which makes it extra funny that so many non-religious bands played. Once in 2002, 2003, I think, Brand New got cut mid-show when the power went out, and everyone just moved the show to someone's house where Rufio finished their set until the cops came. Just Fresno music saying things. I love that. So they took the band from the venue to somebody's backyard.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Eventually, we got excommunicated from our church. That's a whole other thing. And my dad handed it off to his partner who had already been booking the shows. But yeah, I basically grew up in that scene without even realizing how cool it was.
That is so badass.
That's so badass. No, that's really fucking cool because I didn't even know who some of those bands are.
Yeah. And you would probably, if you heard some of them, you'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah.
And see, that's kind of my thing. I have a really hard time with names. And I think that goes into like my undiagnosed ADD or something. I don't know.
We'll make a little I'll make a little playlist and I'll share it with you on Spotify.
Please do.
Okay.
I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll name it Elements.
We'll name it Elements.
And then we'll share it with you guys maybe.
Love you
okay. Greetings, longtime listener, first time caller. Just wanted to say you guys are hot. Val, we should get a drink sometime. Anyway, wanted to share a little tower story. Our night started at detention, where we played pool for a few hours until I saw a girl get dragged. What? Until I saw a girl get dragged and getting hit in the parking lot. I ran out to stop the man, but his friend grabbed me saying, "It's okay. It's the guy's sister." Not cool, no matter the relationship between the two, but by that time, the commotion had settled and the girl was able to leave. This is when we headed to Strummer's, where we continued to drink and have a good time. It was a DJ night, so there were a lot of people. My friend, let's call him Shedger, approaches a couple girls about hanging out and get some numbers. They invite us back to their apartment. At this time, it's almost 2 a.m., so we run to the nearest liquor store to get some alcohol. Now we're hanging out at this apartment where one of the girls tells my friend Shedger that she wants to hook up with me. So having my back like he always does, Shedger tells the girl, "You know who really likes you is Krusty, who is the other friend that is with us." Fast forward about a half hour and quick trip to the store for protection. These two are now in the back room. Shedger is curious what is going on back there, so he pops in and takes a little peek. He then runs back to let me know one of them was on top of the other. He just couldn't tell which one was which.
Wait, how can you not tell which one is which?
Maybe they looked similar in size. I don't know. The night ended shortly after, and basically the moral of this story from Krusty himself is your average goes way up when you set the bar low.
Is that words from Krusty?
I think that's wise words from Krusty.
That is an amazing story.
I'm in love with that story.
I love sexual stories.
Couldn't tell which was which.
Anything that has to do with humping, write it in, guys.
Yeah,
Please.
I don't even care if it fits the prompt. Write it in.
Just write it in.
Okay.
I love that. But also, who wants to get a drink with you? You're taken.
I know, I'm taken,
I'll
guys.
fight
Sorry.
you. Okay.
She'll literally stab
I
anyone.
will fight you for Donnie.
Or she'll pound you in the face with her fists. Okay, here, you can read that one.
All right. All right, guys. Old School Audie's Olympic Tavern, a.k.a. the former Club Freds, y'all. Okay. When I was in high school, I used to have to use the laundromat across Van Ness from College Pharmacy. Next door to the laundromat was one of the Fresno's narrowest bars. It was Audie's Olympic Tavern, the original. It consisted of a stage that really only one person could stand on, a bar with about 10 stools, and at the end was a tiny bathroom. You had to walk around this little bumper pool table that had it.
They had it in there, maybe?
They had it in there. Yeah. Okay. I need to rewrite these.
We'll proofread better.
Because I'm a very illogical reader. Okay. It could be a pain to use the bathroom if a game was being played. I used to bring something to read at the laundry on the laundry nights. This one night I had to use the bathroom and went on to Ollie. I asked to use the bathroom and it was granted. When I went to leave, he challenges me to a game of bumper pool. This pattern goes on for weeks, and I start thinking I'm pretty great. Grandiose?
Grandiose?
Grandiose? Is that how you say it?
Grandiose?
I'm going to say great.
Yeah, pretty great.
Pretty great. As this friendship flourishes, I am also being served beer. I decided to take a few of my friends there on a Friday night. As soon as I walk through the door, my bartender friend comes running around the bar with a big pointer finger saying, "Out," and made us turn straight around to leave. Not the pointer finger. On my way out the door, the bartender caught me by the elbow, leaned in and said, "Never on a Friday. See you Tuesday." Growing up in the tower had so many nooks and crannies to explore. And that's where it ends.
That's where it ends.
I need more to this story.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I feel like I know where it's going.
I think the theme is this person was a young person in high school.
Not supposed to be there.
Not supposed to be there. They were doing laundry.
Never on a Friday, only on a Tuesday.
Right. He was like, listen, kid, you're welcome here, but never on a Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get my liquor license suspended if anyone sees you in here. And this was way back, when there's no social media, there's no this, that, or the other. Like,
nobody's posting that they're anywhere.
Yeah.
So people just didn't get in trouble.
Right.
Or couldn't get in trouble because
and
they
you
didn't
know
what
what?
was going
Things
on.
like this, stories like this, it's kind of like heartwarming because that kid in high school, your parents are supposed to be doing your laundry.
Yeah.
I mean, not supposed to, but your parents lovingly do your laundry. And this kid was doing his laundry by himself at a laundromat at night.
Yeah.
Like, so having this bar to turn to and this, bartender friend
and this
that took him in.
Community of people
which
that
is
have accepted him.
Yeah, it was very Tower.
Or her or
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
So it's kind of sweet.
I love that. I love your take on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that every kid really needs somebody, like if they don't have their parents to be that person, they need a person to show them love and support. And just even if it's,
I did not previously read that story. And I love that take on it because honestly, so many people that I know, including myself, turn to Tower as a form of love and acceptance in so many different ways and so many different avenues through life.
Yeah, you meet people and it's and
they do. Like Tower will just...
It'll make you... It's like home.
It is. Yeah. But it can also be a little bit of a vortex if you're not careful.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to keep your...
You got to keep boundaries.
Balance. Yeah, your balance and boundaries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate that story. I think it's a really...
I love that. Yeah.
Sweet story.
It was good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I worked at an establishment in Tower, and I was outside smoking a cigarette when a guy pulled up and parked. The driver went into the building next door, and the passenger, who I believe was drunk, started barking at me. At this time in my life, I was 21 and had just moved to Fresno. I didn't understand what barking meant.
Oh, girl, girl or guy?
I think it's a girl. Okay. Yeah, because...
You gonna learn.
Yeah.
What that means.
My boss, we will call him John, heard the noise and hollered at me to come inside.
Oh, so her boss was looking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He asked me why someone was barking. I told him I didn't know. It was the passenger in a truck outside and I thought it was at me. Y'all have a weird way of catcalling here. That's what she said. He clicked the light on the open sign off, told one of the other guys not to let me out of their sight, took off his shirt and walked outside. I was in shock. What the fuck was happening? He opened the truck door and yanked the guy by his collar and threw him on the ground. Right before he started beating the shit out of this guy, the driver came running out of the store and begged John to stop. He explained that the passenger was his son and he was very drunk and very sorry and he would leave right now. John kicked and spit on the passenger, said some things in Spanish and came back in, turned the open sign back on and put on his shirt. He explained the whole bulldog thing to me and told me not to go too far from the shop at night or be by myself. Needless to say, it was a wild first year living in Fresno, working in Tower.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I knew where, as soon as she said barking, I was like, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what her boss had going on or
he
whatever,
sounds like he was standing on business.
He was standing on some type of business because in Fresno, you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you do.
There's a little bit of things going on.
There are some things going on
that nobody really knows.
but we just stay out of that stuff because we're just little girls over here talking to you about this and that.
Fun stuff.
Okay. Harmony.
We should take our show on the road sometime.
I know. Okay, I have one for you.
All right.
Number 7.
So Jamie, this one includes me. So Jamie and I had a long-standing tradition of going to zombie crawl with another friend of ours who was really excited about putting some makeup and blood all over us. Well, one year we go out and of course we bar crawl all over Tower as bloody zombie messes. And then we walk into Stones. Of course, drinks are flowing. People are having a great time. And all of a sudden, police come into the bar and shut the bar down at around midnight because someone had gotten stabbed.
Holy shit.
I remember this.
Oh
And they
my
couldn't
God.
figure out.
I wasn't expecting that.
They couldn't figure out who it was because we were all dressed like zombies and all had blood all over us. Around 3:00, we were still stuck in the bar. And Jamie, being the Tower princess that she is, snuck us out the kitchen back door. And then this was not only me. I have to give credit to a very good friend of mine that worked at Stones. So this was not just me, guys.
I would have taken credit and be like, yes, it was me. I did that.
I did that all by myself.
I thought of it and I executed it all by myself.
I did think of it. I did execute it. I just had help. We had to walk to my home near Fresno High, not only bloody and zombie-like, but also sweaty as fuck. One of my favorite stories ever.
Oh my God. Did they ever find out who was actually stabbed?
You know what? I don't remember that part of the story. But this is not my only take at Stones that had
To do with stabbing?
I was in there another night that I had to sneak out the kitchen. And I think that's why I knew how to sneak out the kitchen is because we were in there one night with some other friends and this guy, I knew who he was, but I wasn't with him.
Okay.
Came in. He had a gun in his pants. Like, why don't my friends have guns? Like, stop doing that.
He had a gun and
In
was
his pants.
showing it? Or
No,
someone was
it
like,
fell out. Somebody
God,
called the
idiot.
cops. The sheriffs come in with shotguns
No.
drawn.
Jamie.
And they're like, everybody don't move. Like, la, 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 la. And I'm like,
I'm moving and I'm
bitch, I'm running
yeah.
right now. And me and one of my girlfriends literally ran through the kitchen and went out the back.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you knew the person with the gun?
I did know him.
And why did he drop the gun? Like, why is he so
was
dumb?
probably just drunk and stupid.
He's like, I just
but
have it
let
loose
me
in my
preface
pants.
this. I was not with him. I just knew who he was.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we were not together.
We were not in the same party.
We were not in the same party.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I know.
Damn.
Like
That's fun.
This is why Tower is just crazy.
Yeah, a lot
You
can
just
happen in just a blink of an eye.
You just never know who's gonna go down. It's a
my
wild
God.
time.
Okay, so we have a couple more stories, but I feel like we should save the last 2 for Patreon.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
You guys come over to Patreon. Check us out over there.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of cool content.
Yeah, and
behind the
merch.
scenes stuff.
Yeah, we have stickers and merch and all kinds of perks if you want to subscribe over there.
Yeah. You can come to lunch with me and Val.
You literally can. We can make that be a thing.
Yeah. On Wednesdays, we love to have lunch together. So
yeah.
You can get some behind the scenes scoops on all of our
ins and outs
shit.
of things that we like to do. Maybe you can, I don't know. We'll see. Just go over there, look at our little subscriptions.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at TFMOHotAndTalking podcast. Email your stories to TFMOHotAndTalking@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok, TFMOHotAndTalking podcast.
Yep.
Next week, our prompt is going to be travel stories.
Oh, and we already have some good ones.
We
you
really
guys.
do.
Please,
So
please send in more.
Yeah, send in more because the good ones might have to be on Patreon, honestly. Just kidding. They're all good. They're all good. But we would really appreciate it if you followed us over there on Patreon, guys.
We really would.
Patreon.
It just kind of keeps us going.
Yeah, because like we said at the beginning, we fund this ourselves.
Yeah.
Literally out of pocket. So, thank you everybody that wrote in today.
Yes.
We love
so
you.
much.
But yeah, now we're just gonna cut to Patreon.
Oh, it's okay.